She said, boy, you gotta give me something from her body. And I said, baby, quickly. She
What
said,
song is this?
don't need you to body.
By Egyptian?
By Egyptian.
Remember Egyptian?
Oh, back in the day.
Hold you, let me be the. Okay.
And the one that be wine for me, right? Ain't that it?
What it do, what it is, what it be, it's your boy Just Kyle tuned in to Airway Once TV.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Taya J.
What it do is Tacy.
I don't know why y'all keep coming to me. It's just Jay.
How y'all doing today, man? What's going on? What's poppin'? How y'all living?
I'm good.
I'm okay. I wish I had a shot.
Crying.
Another one?
Okay, we already had like a full shot.
Another one.
We should take another one now.
Another one.
I'm good. This week was my grandma's birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Grandma.
We outside.
Turn up, Grandma.
Hold on, may she rest in peace.
Oh, man, she
Rest in peace, Grandma.
Yeah, but she's still lit
Lily.
Is this the grandma that drank the coffee?
all the time.
I
25-8.
I love that.
Yeah.
25-8. You will
Happy
never
birthday,
catch her without a
Grandma.
coffee.
Happy B-Day.
Shout
love
out to
that.
her. I love her and I miss her.
Oh,
How y'all been living?
I love that you shouted out your grandma.
Shout her out all the time.
Yeah, I love
Shout
that.
out G-Ma.
That's my rock.
We need to shout out all our grandmas, man.
Shout out to all
Shout out
our
to the grandmas
Shout
out
out to
there.
the grandmothers.
Shout out to the grandmas out there.
You know what's the saddest part about grandmothers in today's world, today's society? They gotta work. They can't even spend time with their grandkids.
That part.
That's so sad.
The ideal retirement be like, what's 60? That's the goal for most people.
65, 66,
I'm like,
somewhere
man,
around
35 is what I'm trying to aim for.
Bro, now.
Right.
Now,
to
not
retire.
even 35. Now.
Facts now, I agree.
I'm ready tomorrow. If they ask me to retire and they'll cut me a check, absolutely.
Yeah. But I agree with you. When I had my first job at 16. I used to work at McDonald's. And to see some of the cooks in the
Can I get two McChickens, no mayo?
No. I'm past that.
Crying. Ours are bigger and better. Crying. She said no. Sorry, we're out of mayo.
No,
I said no mayo.
No mayo.
Sorry, we're out of chicken.
Right.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And
Sorry.
you know the ice cream machine don't
It's
work.
not
That
working.
shit ain't working.
You know it's
cuz.
not
That shit ain't worked in 10 years. Stop it.
Nah, but there used to be grandmothers in the in the kitchen cooking. I was 16 and just to see some of the older ladies that would actually have to work in a McDonald's was just damn. I'm just working just to make an extra dollars to buy me some outfits in high school, not for
Anything
survival.
serious,
you
right?
know? Yeah.
That's fast. I still remember Miss Sylvia. Shout out Miss Sylvia. She was working, boy, on them biscuits. Shout out to Marco that was working on them biscuits at Bojangles when I used to work
I
there.
knew you was
When
about to
when
say
I was in college.
Bojangles.
Boy.
Anybody who works
I
at
said
Bojangles talk
kudos
about
to
them
them.
damn biscuits.
Hey, kudos to them, man.
So Bojangles, McDonald's. Who are you? What fast food you worked at?
I ain't never worked at no fast food. My first job was Carowinds.
Oh, yeah,
that's
a lot of
lit.
people-
But I
Carowinds,
did work in food
yeah.
and beverage. I did work in
Yeah,
food and beverage.
Kenways, I heard that was a lit job.
Bro, hell no. Fuck that shit, bro.
Oh,
Hell no.
It wasn't lit? Please explain.
Hell no. I was there from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. and had to be back at 7 a.m.
Oh,
Kiss
shit.
my ass,
Well,
bro.
why was
Hell
y'all
no.
open so early? What the hell care?
Well, we gotta prep. We gotta prep for
Oh,
the
that
day.
makes
So
sense. That makes sense. That makes
in
sense.
the area that I worked in, it was it was one of the newest buildings. It was called Harmony Hall, and they had a smokers not smokers. They had a barbecue section, a pizza section, a frying section, a salad section. So every morning, whoever worked on the barbecue section had to be there hella early. I didn't work on that part, but they had to be there hella early to check on the brisket that was smoking overnight and shit like that. Pizza station had to be prepped and stocked for the day, and it depended on how many sales for the day that they were there.
I know y'all was
We had to be
damn.
there early.
I know y'all was hot as hell in that damn sun.
Nah, luckily for me, my building had AC, but it was like big as fuck. So I was running around for like hours on hours, and I was just like, bro, I need a break. And the breaks weren't long enough. I had to walk all the way to the back of the park just to eat lunch for 5 minutes, and then had to head all the way back to the front of the park. It wasn't that great.
How old were you?
I was like, I had just got out of high school, so I was like 18.
Damn.
Have you ever had a job where it was just like, damn, like, you ain't shit moment? Like, somebody just said, like they said something or something happened where it was just like, damn, your job ain't shit.
I do.
Like whenever.
I did have a.
What's yours?
But I want to hear Jordan's first job too.
Why you feel like he gonna say something?
Jordan always got something. I don't know. It's
Wow.
just like
He
he surprises me with his answer.
response.
So I want to say that moment, but I want to hear Jordan's first job.
Yeah.
First American job or first job?
Job in general. It can be anything.
Well, shit, my first. It's up
Because
to
those
you,
are
because
two-
I was doing shit before at McDonald's too.
Yeah, they're two different things. So my
Yeah.
first job, my dad owns a bottled water company back home. So since I was like maybe 10 years old, I had
That's
to, like,
fire. That's fire, by
like
the
had
way.
to, where is it? I had to put like labels on the water bottle and stuff before we even put the water inside. So I used to be sitting on the back of the truck on a Sunday after church, just labeling bottles.
And he still got that same business.
Yeah, he still does. The
That's
bottled
lit,
water.
by the way.
That's lit.
That's
Yeah.
lit.
So that's my first job. So I've been working all my life.
Saving lives.
All my life I had to fight.
Entrepreneurs in the family. I love
Shout
it.
out to my father-in-law because he the GOAT. Every time I come out there, I'm always blessed.
Ooh.
I ain't gotta pay for nothing.
I just can't wait till
Oh, I
we.
love
I just
that.
can't wait till we go out there. We
I mean, we
outside.
waiting on
Thanks.
you.
We waiting on you. When you gonna get your passport?
We
Hello?
gonna get it, man.
Next
no,
week when we
seriously,
get
you
paid?
need to
We gonna
do
get
it.
We gonna get it.
Let's set that expectation for next week,
Cause
please.
yo, if we could do a podcast,
Out in the box.
Yeah, that'd
come
be
on
lit.
now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something.
Come on
With some
now.
fresh cooked jerk
I
chicken.
ain't, I ain't got,
Hell yes, off
I-
the side of the road.
I ain't got no friends like that. I'm tired asking.
If
I
you want
just
to be
go.
our friend, we are accepting
Shit, I
applications.
just go.
Wait, y'all stop! Don't kick me out.
No,
I
y'all
just
are part
go.
of the crew. Y'all already.
We
got
done took
accepted.
people back home and stuff. They don't mess with us like that, but we try.
No
try.
cap, no
We
cap.
try. I guess
All
it's,
expense paid and everything.
yes.
Wait, Kai didn't say that.
I
But
mean,
anyways, Kai, you
All
really,
expense
you
paid.
really do have to handle
Not
it.
really.
well, not
but-
expense paid, but like certain things were covered. Like for
Yeah.
example,
But
when-
housing, like housing.
when,
Oh, okay,
when
okay,
she
I was about
went
to
when
say.
she went her first
I ain't
time,
heard about that.
we took 2 additional people with us. They didn't do anything wrong, anything like that. It's not about them, but
We still love them.
when we pulled up, when they got off the plane, I called my dad and we were like, "Hey, where you at?" And he's like, "I'm on my way." And he pulled up and he was late, of course. That's just him. He's just always late. But he was like, "Oh," he told me, he pointed at me. He's like, "Hey, you got to ride with me." But and then he points across the street and he's like, "Oh, they got a minivan." So when they went over to that minivan, it had like a TV in it.
Bro, that shit had like 2 TVs, one in the front, one in the back. It had balloons all over the place.
Yeah, they had like balloons.
The
and
driver
stuff.
gave us the remote and said, y'all can listen to whatever. He was talking to us. He was like, if y'all ever need a ride anywhere on the island, just call me. He gave us his number and everything. Like,
Bro, that's
Yeah,
lit.
they-
bro, it was the best.
Kai,
welcome.
get your passport
they had
now.
they had
Like,
a blast. They
today.
had a blast. Yeah,
No,
they had
but
a
that's
blast.
seriously,
lit, 'cause
you gotta
God-
stop playing with
Cause I've
that.
been telling Jordan when I
Tay,
go down
fuck
there,
that
I
shit.
want
We'll
the
go
real life
down.
experience. I want that
Yeah.
We'll have a
local
girls' trip.
experience. I want to go to the
Yeah, like-
slums. I want to play dominoes with the OGs.
Oh,
I
you
don't
want-
even
you
know
want-
how to play
And I got the
dominoes.
connects.
But
Yeah.
He don't
hey,
even gotta be involved.
I'm trying to be outside, bro.
Yeah, Tasha's
Y'all, no
at a
lie.
point where she's from there now. She's
No lie,
legitimately.
I know the street names. I know how to get to his house. Like, I can call his dad and say, hey, I'm coming without his son, and I'll still be welcomed.
Ooh,
Anytime.
I love that.
Do I hear a girl's trip?
Yeah,
Bet.
I'm in there.
Kai. Bye.
Goodbye. Not goodbye.
So-
No, not no carnival.
Carnival what?
Cruise.
Oh, I thought you. No, he means
No,
event.
no,
He means
carnival.
You mean
event.
the, like,
Carnival,
the
carnival.
festival?
So no, carnival is
No.
more of like a
That's-
Trinidad type of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
We have
okay.
our own called Junkanu. What they do is they make these giant costumes. There can be maybe let's say 8 to 9 feet tall, and they're made out of newspaper and cardboard
That sounds lit,
and,
though.
and glue.
And they got parades and
And it's,
stuff.
yeah, it's a parade. They make it
Okay.
colorful.
lit.
It goes on all
It's-
day.
Yeah, they make goat skin drums, like real goat skin. They put it
Yeah.
over the fire, stretched it. you know.
Oh, that's fine.
Explain to the
When
audience
they-
where exactly you're from.
And when do they have that? Explain to the audience that too.
Where
So
you're from and where they have
you guys' independence in America is July 4th, and
Yeah.
ours is the 10th. So we celebrate our independence from the freedom from the what's it called, British nation. So
Where are you
And
from?
where exactly are you from? Tell them where you're from.
kuku laga laga.
What?
You don't have to tell them the exact place, but just the overall.
Oh, that's what exactly what's called for real?
No. Hell no.
So I'm originally from the Bahamas. So Tay is she's a native down there. She has more connections than I do now. She speaks more like them. Actually, one of my friends, GJ, if you're watching,
Shout out to you.
Shout out
That's my boy.
DJ.
Not DJ.
Oh,
GJ.
GJ. Shout out GJ.
Hey, ain't gonna flex.
GJ.
Ain't gonna flex. But yes, I struggle with that. I was like, I always call him DJ when we first met. My mom's like, no, he's GJ. I'm like, Mom, that don't make no sense. You can't be a GJ. You gotta be a DJ.
You can't be GJ. You gotta be DJ. But nah, GJ hard though.
GJ, that is low key.
GJ is that nigga.
GJ.
Yeah, so shout out to GJ. And that's
For
my
sure.
boy. He came over a few years ago. He's like, bro, you lost your accent, bro. Do you even understand what I'm saying? I'm like, no, hell no, bro. I'm American now, but.
I'm American now.
Like,
now you claiming.
But nah, so you guys gotta come on and take a trip. We'll make sure to take care of you.
I got to.
Fresh fruits, the most delicious food
I
you
gotta
ever
get the
have.
local experience because I've been there on a cruise, so you know
It's not the same.
though.
Yeah.
Not the same.
It's really, let me tell you. From experience, I've been in the hood.
That's where
I've
I'm
been
trying to
in-
go. I'm trying to go to the slums.
I've been in the most ghetto part of the Bahamas that
Yeah.
you could ever get.
That sound like
I've been
the
in the
experience.
heart of the island. Y'all, it
Don't
is.
hey, calm down.
It's still
you
a
also been in the
beautiful place.
luxury
It's
areas
still-
now. Calm
Of course, they do
Nah,
have their
but
luxury
but
areas.
it's the slums that you,
But she was-
that you appreciate
she was
the
saying-
most, though.
For real,
Yeah,
for
she
sure,
was
for
saying
sure.
even in the slums, it's still a beautiful place.
It is
Exactly,
still a beautiful
exactly.
place.
That's
And
what
let
I'm
me
saying.
tell y'all,
That's
the
what
main
I'm
thing that still blows my mind to this day
Yeah.
is they take care of their people.
Mm-hmm.
They do not discriminate. Yes, they still have their drama, and yes, they still have their beef. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, they make sure their people are taken care of no matter what part of the island you're on and where you're at.
Real quickly, hopefully,
sure.
Hopefully this gets us trending. My American people, I love you so much.
For sure.
But
No
I-
What
disrespect.
Americans? What
But-
Americans are you talking
but-
about? African Americans?
African American, no, in general.
Anybody
in
from
general,
America.
in general, but
Okay.
especially my African American individuals. I come from a place where I don't know what racism truly is.
No lie.
That's because most of the everyone there is
So, 'cause
probably- is
we're
black,
the majority,
right? Yeah,
so
yeah, for sure.
My people,
For sure.
I understand it is tough over here, but there are places that you can go and you can enjoy full freedom and you be the majority.
That's
that
facts.
exists,
That's
okay?
facts. Chick.
So
Yeah.
And you will feel
Hard.
welcomed at any
Yeah.
point in time.
yeah, you look at
Any point
you look
in
at
time.
Caucasians, which and I love them with all my heart. I have no hatred for any type, race, whatever you call it, but you're the majority, so you have the power. If that's what you want to feel, then take a trip so you can feel it. If that's what makes you happy, but do it so you
There's
can come back
there's
with a different
definitely
mindset.
still hope for humanity. Let me
Yes,
just put it
definitely.
that way.
Tay J was just sending me some shit where countries will pay you to move out there.
For sure. There are hella countries
I'm
that'll
on
do
the
that.
first flight. We outside.
Yeah.
No lie.
It's like yeah.
Pay
No
me, I
lie,
need
y'all.
a
For
break.
sure. Me and Jay, just Jay. We've literally been talking about moving to a different country. Not that there's anything wrong with America, but there's certain things.
There's definitely things wrong.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But you know, some people gonna go hard for their country. But there are things with this country that I just don't agree with. That there's nothing that I can do about. But there are other countries that agree with my standards on certain things, and I'll rather move there to where I feel included in the masses.
Shoot, just safe. That alone.
Yeah,
is enough.
safety for sure.
Hell yeah.
When I was in the Bahamas, the first time and the second time, really, I didn't feel unsafe at any point. Although there are some areas where he was like, "Hey, make sure you watch." But other than that, I feel included everywhere I go. Everybody is welcoming. Everybody smiles at you. Everybody speaks. It don't matter. And even if you look like a tourist to them, because they can tell if you're a tourist, they can. They still include you in everything. And that's what I love the
Even
most
more.
about that place.
Even
for
more.
sure, for sure.
You want to be somewhere ready for when the zombies come. You know what I mean? The end of the world when them
Here we
zombies come,
go.
gonna be
Here
some
we
basic
go,
cure, you know what I mean?
guys.
Y'all don't believe in zombies?
Listen.
I think zombie is a man-made thing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. What?
Wow.
I mean, it could
I
be.
think that was the most perfect way of putting it, Tasia.
But
For real.
Zombies are a man-made
have y'all heard of zombie
thing.
deer? Have you heard of that?
It don't matter what type of.
They got zombie deer out here that it's like a zombie disease where deer actually their skin and shit decays, their body decays, but they still walk around. But they call it zombie deer. So it's deer that actually is out here zombie.
Y'all watch what was it? Bird Box.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
have
did.
we? That shit
That's
was
a good
That-
movie.
great. Shout out Sandra Bullock.
For sure.
Put me in
Shout
the
her
movie
out. The
ASAP.
goat.
Is it
But it's
Bullock?
Bullock.
Put me in the movie. I like the
It's
Heat.
Bullock.
I like Blindside. Shout out
Yes,
Bullock.
that's
We
a good
outside.
movie.
We
Sandra
outside.
Sandra Bullock did
Shout
that.
out Bullock.
But yeah,
C
Bird
plus,
Box.
C plus higher. Sorry.
I've never seen the movie. I'm not
Bird
really
Box?
interested. No,
Blind
The
Side?
Blind Side.
What?
I mean,
You
I
never
know
seen
it's
Blind
I know it's
Side?
about a big boy who she helps and get
He's
into
a real.
football.
He's a
based on
real
true
football
story. It's
player.
based on true, Michael Orr. Shout out
Yeah,
Michael Orr. He played for the
definitely.
Ravens. Shout out the Ravens. We
I don't
all
watch
the way
the
to
Ravens
Chicago.
ain't my team, but I know who you are because of that movie.
They're gonna be a team
Shout out
after
to
they
you.
get the Super Bowl. It's all
Your
good.
life, you are heard. You are heard. Let me just put it that way. You are heard. We
You are
understand what you went through. Shout out to you for making a difference.
But-
Making
so-
a difference?
so-
What did he do? What did
Hold
he
up.
do?
He
Other
stood
than
out.
He
get
turned up
adopted
in
by
the
white
N-
folks?
He turned up in the NFL though. He turned
Yeah.
up.
Okay,
On
there's
the
a lot of
Ravens,
other black
too.
folks
on the
turning
Baltimore
up.
Ravens. On the
I
Baltimore
ain't say there wasn't. Shout out to
Michael
them
Orr. Shout out
too.
Michael Orr.
But
Shout
the
out
movie
Michael
was
Orr.
based off of Michael Orr's life. He
Yeah.
went through a lot.
He
We
went
did.
through a lot, but he got
Man,
adopted by
listen,
white
listen.
folks, so he was.
Do y'all believe in zombies or not? That's the end of the day discussion.
My answer is anything that they show on TV is not what it truly is. But
I'm
it
not
does
talking
exist.
about on TV.
Hold on, I got you.
I got you.
It is anything that they show on TV is real, but it's never what you see exactly on TV. It's always a different depiction. So zombies are real.
Oh,
I still
Okay.
stand on mine. It's man-made.
okay. It's man-made. Okay. What's yours?
I mean, I like the way she put it. Like, I feel like, of course, like, television makes it look all exaggerated, like zombies, you know, blah, 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 eating brains and stuff. But, like, I like the way Tasia put it. Like, I think that it could be man-made. Like, there could be something, some type of chemical or something that could, you know, you can intake that would make you turn to that, you know, consciousness of, like, insanity.
Would y'all believe me if I said I have a zombie story?
Let's hear it.
Dun dun dun. So, someone by the name of Rudy Jean, the Miami Zombie is what they called him. On March 26, 2012, on a hot Saturday in Miami, in Florida, a man by the name of Rudy Eugene attacked a homeless man whose name is Ronald Popo on the MacArthur Causeway. So that's like under like a highway bridge type of thing. So Rudy accused Ronald of stealing his Bible. He then proceeded to beat him unconscious, removed Ronald's pants, and bit off most of Ronald's face above the beard. As a result of the incident, he was left blind. People are unsure why Rudy did what he did. He was 31, employed at a car wash at the time, and had a girlfriend. Police sources have speculated that he was on bath salts. However, the toxicology report only identified small amounts of marijuana in Eugene's system. Rudy's girlfriend said the man that was being depicted as a face eater or a monster is not the man she knew. She said he smoked marijuana often, but said he wanted to quit. But he didn't use strong recreational drugs and even refused to take over-the-counter medication for things like headaches. She said he was sweet and well-mannered. Rudy's girlfriend has a theory on what caused Rudy to act this way. She thinks Rudy was drugged without knowing. The only other explanation, she said, it could have been supernatural or someone could have placed a voodoo curse on him. She said she never believed in voodoo until this happened. I mean, I remember when this happened. Like, it was literally a busy day in Miami. Miami's always goddamn busy. I mean, the traffic is unbearable.
It's a tourist spot.
And I mean, and this man was eating this homeless guy's face, like, and police was shooting him, and he was still eating the guy's face. Like, it took several bullets to get this man down. They thought he was on bath salts, but all they found was marijuana in his system. I know damn well marijuana is not making you eat niggas' faces. I just want to put that out there as a disclaimer. What the hell is going on here? Is this a zombie incident or no?
It is not.
I can't say that because what is the definition? What is the true definition of a zombie?
That's a great question.
Let me look it up.
Because if that is the case, one of the theory or a part of the message that you read was he may have been drugged. There are drugs out here that make people go insane in a matter of minutes.
That's correct.
There are drugs out here that'll change your mindset and make you go schizophrenic in a matter of seconds. So what is the true definition of a zombie that could help us depict if he was or was not, or if it is or is not truly a zombie?
So there's two definitions I see here. So one is, and I mean, if this is the description, then he would not fit this category. A corpse said to be revived by witchcraft, especially in certain African and Caribbean religions.
Zombie. There we go. Because what you was just talking about was not one. I like that first one. Go ahead.
The second definition, a tall mixed drink consisting of several kinds of rum, liquor, and fruit juice.
Can I go ahead and put my 2 cents in?
Try to get drunk.
Let's start with Jay.
But it's not just gonna be 2 cents. It's gonna be 5.
For sure.
It's a dime.
We got a whole dollar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give us a whole dollar.
So before Kai even went ahead and read, this is all I got for you guys. Before Kai even went ahead and read that actual definition, I was going to tell you a story that I've heard in the Bahamas about zombies. That first definition explains it all. So as I stated previously, zombies are real, but they are not what we depict them to be. As you stated, Kai, they're what? Evil spirits? Deal with evil spirits and so forth?
Yeah.
Corpse, right?
Yeah, based off the definition, it says
It's
a
a
corpse
corpse that
said
was
to be
revived.
Got you.
by witchcraft.
100% correct. You realize that this definition of zombies has nothing to do with what's depicted in movies, but it guarantees it's 100% related to what I've seen, what I've heard from people who have experienced it. So my Haitian friend, I won't call her name, Haitian, she told me that same way with witches, she was looking in the sky and the witch was flying across the sky with fire coming out of her butt, no broomstick, none of this stuff, and the witch turned into like a big type of crow and tried to grab her, and her mom had to come outside and help her. I've heard crazy stories. So, a true version of a zombie is familiar spirits. So, I'm not a big fan of ghosts. I don't mess with, like, the dead. That ain't me. I don't have time for it. One of the things that exists is familiar spirits. So, what it is how we're sitting in this room recording this right now. There are spirits that study us. They're very fascinated over us. There's a spirit that is in love with you.
So you saying they got AI spirit out this bitch?
If that's what you want to call
Not
it.
AI.
But they are called familiar
AI.
spirits. So one of the things that happens is when people pass away, from my understanding of it, the way I believe it, however you believe it is fine, is that your loved ones, to me and in my beliefs, are really gone. What happens is familiar spirits that have been hanging around them knows how to do certain things that make you believe that they're there. That's my belief in it. I believe that 100%. Sorry if I'm wrong. So, same thing happens with zombies. So, one of the things that happen is, if I give an example, let's say a son loses his mom and he wants his mom back. You can't bring it's. Who are you? You're not the higher power in my beliefs, God, to say I'm bringing that one particular spirit back into this exact body. You can't do it. It doesn't exist. Right. So the only thing that we can do is attract familiar spirits and put the familiar spirit back into that body. Once you put that familiar spirit back into that body, we get certain actions and certain mannerisms that make you believe that that's the person. But what I've been told about true zombies is they do the exact same thing where they put the spirit back into the body and they just have the body moving, and sometimes they'll have the body chained up to the front door of the house and do nothing but just feed it straight rice It cannot talk. It cannot do much. But the fact that that body is alive is enough to give people comfort that, hey, I still have that family member here. So from my Haitian people that I know, I'm going to say relatives,
I got a cousin
that is the definition of what a true zombie is, and it matches exactly with that definition, and I've never researched the definition in my life.
What y'all, well, go ahead.
I just want to say one thing that I do appreciate is that we have Jordan here, because one thing about Jordan is that, because all of us, we're here from, I mean, you're from here, so
I'm from outside.
I feel like he has such a different perspective on so many things, and he has so many stories and just a lot of knowledge on things, because like we don't get to hear that perspective.
That's a different culture,
though.
That's a different.
That's a different culture. So some of those things we've never heard of. So I do appreciate that perspective.
It's a different outlook on certain things.
It is.
That's why I want to go to the slums. I'm trying to see what it's really like out there.
No, you're not, because you would have had your passport.
You're not gonna really hear that, like, you know.
Yeah, that's hush hush stuff.
Well,
That's if it happened to me type of stuff. It's like, oh, this was happening so quick. I tell you, I got stories about shadows leaving the body as they were walking. Same thing with the zombies, and the shadows walk away, and there's no shadows. Shadow dance and laugh at you and run off. I didn't heard the stories.
Bro, you talking about stories? We wasn't getting stories. I was at my pop's crib, sleeping on the floor. Middle of the night, TV's off. They no watching TV at night, so it's quiet. Middle of the night, all I hear is footsteps creeping closer, closer, closer. But I'm like, bro, this is mad wow. And I'm knowing who it is though. I'm knowing who it is, but it's still at the same time, it's middle of the night. It's creeping. I know who the ghost is, but at the same time, it's just wild how supernatural shit can just mash with reality like that. It's crazy to me. But that was.
Sorry.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, you ain't cutting me off, y'all. You're good.
Since my grandmother has passed away, I'm not going to say I've experienced any paranormal anything, because I haven't. But there is a certain level of knowing in Jay's, verbiage, a familiar spirit. They know how to comfort you in a time that you need. True story, the other day, before my grandmother's birthday, I had broke down. Jay don't even know this. I had broke down, for like a quick minute, because a video had popped up, and it was just of my grandmother, and I'm just like, dang, it sucks that she's not here, but I'm glad that she's no longer dealing with the things that she was dealing with. But then immediately I felt comforted. I felt at ease, because I know she's no longer dealing with the things that she was dealing with. So I think, as he said, familiar spirits, they do study our mannerisms and, the things that we do to comfort people and to make people feel included. I do feel, and I've had quite a few family members that are really close with me have passed on. So I'm very familiar with the feeling. So the other day, it was, I kid you not, I was crying for like a minute and a half.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I had to let those emotions out, because I didn't want to bottle them in, and eventually it turned into frustration because I can't contact her, or I can't hear her voice, or I can't feel her touch or anything like that. Like, there are definitely ways that you could feel comforted by those that have passed on to the afterlife. But I do definitely believe in the afterlife, and I do believe in reincarnation.
I for sure believe in that. It's a damn show. Before I get into the show, I was in my mom's crib. My dogs was a witness. I opened the closet door. Yes, I said my dogs. So hear me out though. My mom's crib, it's in the neighborhood. It's by Eastway Middle School. Eastway, it's literally a graveyard right across from Eastway. So anyway, bro, all I hear is like a lady voice. It said, and my dogs looked. I said, oh hell no. I'm the only one at the crib. I said, oh hell, we gotta get out of this bitch. All I heard was, and And when the dogs look, that just solidified it for me. That's just solidified it. So I for sure believe in them and ghosts and supernatural shit like that. And we definitely gonna go on the ghost tour for you guys.
I know y'all gonna hate me for this one. Unfortunately, I'm not a big believer that a particular person.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was. That's it.
A particular person is that spirit. I'm not a big believer in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me tell you why I don't believe it. The fact that, let me throw out a random number. I could be wrong in my time frame, but 1,000 years we had Nazis killing thousands of people.
Probably still is.
There are people who are still alive today that was in World War II.
Yeah.
Thousands of people. You had stuff like Vikings that were real. You have stuff that even in my country where pirates are real.
Yeah.
You guys will have to convince me in another episode that out of all of those spirits that were lost, your spirit, that one particular person fights through all of those spirits. Because literally where we're sitting right now, you can't tell me that there probably wasn't some big war where thousands of people died. I'm pretty sure sometime in history that happened.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that where we're at,
for sure,
slaves and stuff like that.
Sure,
so the fact that you're one spirit fighting through all those spirits to get to you, it's tough for me. It's very tough for me to believe.
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, I'm listening to both of you guys and your opinions and stories and whatnot, and I just wanted to put this out there. I'm listening, but I never really had an experience that I can, bring up, or maybe like stories that's like that I've been told since I was younger. So listening to both of you guys like really interesting.
Because your spiritual wall is up.
My nana, send them stories, man.
Explain that.
We trying to talk about them stories.
If you decide that you want to feel some type of spirit to mess with you or whatever it may be, you invite it because you allowed your spiritual guard to be up. That's entirely your choice. If you feel as though that you're comfortable like that, then cool. To me, I am not spiritually keen and knowledgeable to know who is what and why and when. So to me, I keep the wall up. I don't invite it. I don't have time for it. Yeah, we don't know the same way somebody can have a family member that was maybe, let's throw example, suicidal out. And then they say, okay, well, I'm going to invite my ancestors. Just because they're your ancestors don't mean that they weren't friggin' crazy.
Plus we don't know.
Yeah, because I don't think about it. So I do agree with you. Your spiritual wall is up. When you don't think about it and you don't, put yourself, you delete that out your life.
You don't know what you inviting either.
That's my point.
You don't invite it in your life.
That's my point.
You don't make it a part of your life.
That's my point.
I think everybody, to a certain extent, has that spirit wall up. Everybody. Now, there are some that don't have a spirit wall at all. Don't get me wrong. I know there are some out there that like to explore and do all of that. Kudos to you. But me, my spirit wall has to be up. I can't just allow. Now, I don't know if it is a coping mechanism with me that I feel my grandmother's presence or I feel her comfort, but I know the type of person that my grandmother was, and I know when I feel a certain way, I don't know if it's actually her or if it is a familiar spirit, but it definitely keeps me calm and I'm able to better control my emotions, to where if it was something that I could not control, I think my emotions would be off the rickets. But it's just something in me that makes me feel, okay, you're at ease. I'm okay. I know her spirit is still here.
Yeah.
Her physical body is not. Well, her soul, let me say that. Her soul is still here. And I don't know if that's what I'm feeling that gives me that comfort, or if it's just me telling myself I know she's in a better place and she's not, like I said, dealing with the things that she was dealing with. I don't know what it is. But I know when I feel her versus when I feel something else. Something else, I can block it. I don't want this, and I repent against it, and I pray. But her is just something that comforts me.
And I know you brought up reincarnation. That's something we definitely got to do an episode on. Cause I got some shit on that.
Definitely. But zombie
That is for real.
Zombie wise.
I just watched
Hold
the
up,
other day.
I got something to add with the zombies. So have y'all heard of Last of Us? Have you heard of that show? It's a game. It started off as a video game, turned into a show. Have you heard of that? The Last
I've
of
heard
Us?
of the game, not the show.
I've heard of the show.
So of course the game is brilliant. The show is brilliant because the show is almost exactly like the game. They're even using the same voice over characters that they're using in the game in the show. They just play different characters. But it's a great show because it dives more into actual life rather than zombies. Like a lot of zombie shows is just zombies. This shit goes deep into real life, like what niggas actually deal with in everyday life, even with zombies going on and shit. But what's crazy about this, reason I bring this up, is because they use a real fungus that's actually real. And it's the cordyceps fungus. So the fungus, it says the fungus that was used in the show, The Last of Us, is a real fungus known as cordyceps, also referred as the zombie ant fungus because it primarily affects ants and other small insects like spiders. The zombie fungus is not capable of infecting humans because our internal body temperatures are too high. However, fungus are starting to adapt to hotter temperatures due to global warming. So I thought that shit was mad interesting because it's like, damn, they use a real fungus in this show. And I read an article where they're talking about funguses learning to adapt to our body temperatures. It's crazy.
That's like COVID.
I feel like shit is they setting us up for some shit. Like if it's a zombie ant virus and the shit surviving in the ant and it starting to survive in a human, what make you think it can't do the same thing?
Exactly.
I don't know why exactly you said you feel so.
And I can explain what it do.
They setting you up. This is probably my last take
they
on
is
this.
the government, the United States government.
I don't blame them 100% when it comes to something like that. Reasons why is because one, we know ice ages existed, and there are stuff that they're still finding today that is brand new to us. Even under the ocean, they find new things. But one of the things that I talked to Tay about was I am a big believer in that when we do space expeditions, we bring back stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Even then, who's to say that this fungi ever even existed on this planet? But who's to say that it never came from a different planet? We don't know how far they go in space. We don't know what happens when a meteor comes from. That meteor could have literally started a journey here 1 million years ago and land today. And we got a new fungus on the planet Earth. So I don't know if I blame the government 100% on something like that, but who knows? Hey.
I do want to say this, and it's kind of off subject. I did watch the show about the This Is Us and the zombies and everything.
This Is Us?
Last of Us.
Us.
This Is Us is a great show, though. This Is Us.
Have
y'all seen that one?
It's a good show for y'all.
This
If y'all going into retirement, This Is Us is a great show.
Dawn, This Is Us is a feel-good show. I love that show. But Last of Us was what we're talking about with the zombies. Last of Us, there's one thing that I do want to bring up because I thought, like, finally, in the season, they have, of course, this young girl who's the main character. But they have a scene where someone, you know, she goes into this community and she meets this whole community, and they have everything going together. And she's been kind of alone on her own for a long time. And someone gives her something. Like, I think it was like a period cup. They gave her something for her period.
See some real life shit.
And one thing that I always think about when I watch zombie shows is what do women do during their menstrual cycle? Because, I mean, I know zombie shows are probably, like, catered to, like, the men audience, and, like, men don't think about that or whatnot. But the fact that they brought up what do women do during their menstrual cycle, I was like, finally, because I feel like this is one thing that us women think about during all the apocalypse shows, movies, and whatnot, is what the hell do the women do? They never show that.
Yeah.
Never.
Just in real life, as far as like homeless women.
Exactly.
Same thing. What do you do?
What do you do? And I thought that was so important
It's
to like
dope
actually
as
show
hell. Implement
real
that
life
real
of
shit.
what
Yeah.
people like
Not
us
even
women
people.
go through.
Yeah, women. Bro, men have life so easy.
Oh, that's a whole nother episode.
Argue with me in the comments if you want to. I don't care.
We got it.
Men have life so
we ain't got to push shit
easy.
out of us.
Don't have to push shit out of you. Don't have to bleed every month. You don't have to deal with bloating. You don't have to deal with
we the real zombies.
Like, right. Like, bro.
I'm sorry. American men have to deal with a lot. It's not the same in other countries, especially with countries where the wife don't work but do nothing but sit home and take care of the kids, and the husband has to go out and like hunt and be out in the wilderness and so forth. And I'm not saying it's nowhere near the same, the pain, all that. It's different, of course, different challenges. But in a country like America where women have to work just as much as men and then deal with the additional stress on their bodies, that's a different topic. We'll deal with that in a different
That
day.
is a different
But that's a
topic.
whole different.
But in a way, I feel
I
like
don't
that
know
can
what
make
other women experience.
I feel like that can
Here?
make people feel like zombies doing the same shit.
Sure is.
over and
Hey,
over and
hey,
over.
hey. Because I woke up and I say, what day is it? Is it Thursday,
Facts.
Friday?
That's what I'm saying. Doing
Saturday?
the same shit over and make you feel like a zombie. That's why.
Not a zombie. I would say a robot.
Or that too.
Zombie.
Both.
I would say a
Because I
robot.
ain't got no say in
Cause
what
I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting at work one time. I was sitting there and I was like, "Damn, why these people walking around looking like zombies?"
Because they are. You have no
Like they
choice.
be looking sad, emotionless.
I think you left out the most important part of that story of the guy. What's his name?
Oh,
What's his name of the guy?
Rudy Eugene. He the one
I
that
think
ate
you
the guy
left
face
out
off.
the most important part.
What?
Rudy was black.
He was black. Guess what?
I heard this entire story. I was
Take
told
Breakfast
this story, and I never assumed it was a black
He was
man.
a black man. Yeah,
I
he was
just
a black man.
never assumed it was a
And
black
his,
man.
His girlfriend said that he only
It
had.
was a black man. I don't know why, stories like this, you assume it's some weird, crazy white guy. And it was just a black guy. And I was so surprised when I saw this, his picture and everything. And this is like a young, he was like 20-something, right?
Yeah, they swear
20-something-year-old black dude in
swear he was
Florida.
on bath salts.
He
bro.
looked like somebody I probably went to high school with.
All he had was marijuana.
You
and
guys
that's
ever
it.
seen the,
That's it.
I think it was Brazil Zombies?
They ain't got no.
Nah.
goddamn-
Is that movie?
No.
It's real life.
Yeah, they were smashing their heads into the bus glass.
What?
Yeah, I wish one of these days, guys, we'll get high tech enough and we'll show you this stuff live when you watch it. But
Oh
yeah.
no, we gonna show you that shit because we got high tech.
We got high tech. Why you lying to them?
Nah, we got high tech. Y'all seen the last video with the damn dinosaur jumping out of the water? That was me, nigga. We outside.
Crying.
Word two.
So, ooh.
Don't be yawning, bro. That's contagious. Cause
Wake up.
So let me ask.
Let's do
So
it.
let's go down the road. Do you believe in zombies, Kai?
For sure.
What do you believe is? What is your definition of zombies?
I believe a zombie is a virus or fungus can take over the mind.
So like
and
this,
make you become brain dead. It's a sickness.
with the
It's a
parasites,
virus.
the parasites that got into the snails.
And they find a host. Yeah,
okay.
That's similar to the one that they used in The Last of Us.
I'm with you. So
Real life one.
Taya, you believe in zombies and why? Oh, sorry. You believe in zombies and what is your definition of them, if you do?
It's a wild question. I never thought I'd be answering this question, but I agree with Tasia. I agree with Kai. I believe that zombies is a scientific experiment.
She don't believe in me, guys. It's okay.
I believe.
You're not
Well,
a zombie.
I believe that zombies is a scientific, experiment. I think that it's not something that's like, oh, you're gonna die and then come back a zombie. No, I think that there's a lot of factors that you can intake that could control your brain and your mind and your sanity that can give you zombie-like behavior.
So real quick before we move over to Tay, you don't believe in bringing somebody back to life?
Frankenstein on this
As
bitch?
like a Frankenstein, it's like bringing somebody back to life and like they're
Hell no.
wanting to eat people.
No. Zombies.
Like this?
The definition of zombies, even from what I've heard from stories as well as
Like
what
Pet
Kai
Cemetery-
read,
Pet Cemetery
does
type
not
of
eat
shit.
people. Nobody ever said
Just
it's
bringing someone back to
somebody
life.
to life.
But hold on before you.
Hell
answer that.
no, bro.
Before you answer that, because Kai's definition said using witchcraft or like
It's voodoo witchcraft.
voodoo type shit. So
In this story, the girlfriend did say that this she felt like this was some voodoo type of shit. And the man only had marijuana in his system, and he was eating the face and getting shot at the same time, and he didn't stop until several bullets put him down.
I even got another question about somebody who did some voodoo stuff, but that's a whole other can of worms.
I want to hear about that. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do not know much about voodoo.
I don't know neither.
I don't
that's
know
another
much
episode.
about
I feel like
voodoo, witchcraft, or whatnot. So I can't like
Jay, you'll be
completely
able to
say
lead
like
an episode on that for real.
I won't say that I know
Put him on the
or
spot.
not know, like if that's possible. But I do think that there's a possibility that an external factor can make you have those
Just like people
zombie-like
being possessed.
behaviors. That's
Demons
what I
and
believe, but
poltergeists
I'm not.
and shit.
I just don't have the facts about like witchcraft and whatnot because I don't have that, knowledge.
You believe? And if you do?
I stand on what I said at the beginning. It is man-made. I don't believe that somebody can die and then just come back to life because somebody said, "Oh, you need to come back to life." Hell
Till they
no.
pull that damn ritual.
Bro, even if the ritual was something that's like legit, how is that happening? What are you putting or what are you doing over this body that is literally coming back to work?
Can you stop? Because you don't know what you do.
I'm just playing.
You don't
That ain't
know.
nothing, no. That ain't.
I-
Don't
know.
play like that. Not with me in here.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Baby, don't play with it. Cause no. But yeah, I still believe that it's man-made. I'm not gonna say that it's fake. I'm not gonna say that it's 100% real. Cause I don't open doors for stuff like that to even know how to present that. But I ain't gonna say it's fake.
I got time today. Sorry.
Well, that's
I
okay.
am struggling with the
You
belief.
believe zombies, bro. Quit playing.
Of course, I believe in zombies, but I'm confused as to why my fellow colleagues next to me is telling me that they don't believe that somebody could come back to life when it happens.
Exactly.
No. I never said that.
I
they couldn't.
believe in
Oh,
reincarnation, but I guess
Right.
reincarnation is
forget
something
about
different.
Right.
Woo! We finally having our hot episode, guys. Chat. We're having our hot episode. You can't say forget reincarnation. You cannot say that you don't believe people come back to life because literally it happens every day. Especially the person next to me watches emergency shows where these people
Let 'em
literally
know.
die and
sure.
come back to life. So
Let
if you
'em
say
know.
that,
I said,
and every
it's
time,
not- it's
nine
not
times
that
out
I
of
didn't-
10, nine
Yo.
times out of 10, if you hear somebody that said that they died in an ambulance and the ambulance brought them back to life, the
Talk that
paramedics brought
talk.
them back to life, they say to you that, oh, I was on a spiritual journey, I was somewhere that I wasn't,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, bang, you're putting back into my body.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that the same thing doesn't happen in an instance where there's witchcraft and controlling and playing with spirits. It
Word.
doesn't make sense.
It don't
I don't
make
think
no
anybody
sense.
on this panel said that can't happen.
Okay.
We just
Right.
said that we're not familiar.
Right.
We familiar with just
We're familiar. It's at the
Well,
end of the
like,
day-
I feel
at the
like
end of the
this
day, it's
story,
logical.
like-
But zombie there is factual.
This story, I feel like
that's documented.
I feel like
Zombie
coming back from life. Of course, that is a thing. Of course, that happens. Like, dying and coming back to life because there's plenty of stories on that.
We talking
But I
about-
think when it comes to like eating people, I think of that differently.
So the definition. So the question is not do we believe zombies eat people. The question is what we do understand that definition of zombies.
A
to
zombie,
be.
that's what it
so
is.
because
That's
we
what
have
it
two
is.
definitions. We have what we see on TV,
That's what it
and if
is.
you want to go with the TV one, that's fine. But we can go by stories that I've heard. And you don't have to believe me. And then you can go by the definition that we see. We talk about the fact that you bring in spirits back into a body, and it's done by usually the act of witchcraft and voodoo.
Some
Forget about the
Scooby-Doo
eating
shit
of
right
people. Let's throw that out the window. That's rubbish. We know that.
I
don't
mean,
happen.
that's the story, though.
That's
That is
rubbish,
the story.
bro.
That
That's
is
rubbish, bro.
what he did. Whatever his name is, that is exactly what he did. So I'm thinking back at the story because he was found
Yeah.
eating someone's face.
You ever notice that in zombie movies or zombie TV shows, they're not really eating; they just bite to infect.
Nah, they
Nah, some do.
They be digging in them
What was
goddamn
it,
organs in that
Zombieland?
motherfucker.
Not Zombieland.
Zombieland,
World
Walking
War Z.
Dead,
World War Z. Bro, that shit was crazy. I believe so. Like
I
I
Am
said,
Legend.
it's not that I don't believe zombies are real. I just don't understand. Like Taya said, I don't have the knowledge to say that it's 100% fake. Now, I definitely 100% agree that bringing someone back to life is definitely something that is able to happen. How you bring them back to life is how they come back. If you're doing it through witchcraft and voodoo, that is probably the result of why they're becoming a zombie.
Guess what? I'm so crazy with it. You ever heard of a story of somebody that's been in a coma and they come back and they wake up and they speak like a different language?
Yes.
I've heard of
Same
that.
things. Familiar spirit. It ain't them.
But this my thing though.
True, that could be true.
This my thing though. So
Messed you up with that one, didn't I?
If we can believe in that, we gotta
agree.
believe in zombie viruses.
Yeah.
Viruses that
Oh,
can literally kill you.
Of course.
There's drugs that cause that.
And take over your mind.
Of course.
You're right. Drugs do
Yeah.
cause
Of course.
Cause that. That's facts. But I just feel like we can't be so naive to some shit like this happening because COVID was wiping people out like goddamn wildfire.
For sure.
So for some shit like this to happen, I wouldn't be so naive for some zombie virus to pop out.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and take a vote on this then. So believe in zombies? Yes. Down the road.
Yeah, I for sure believe in zombies. Absolutely.
Hold on, because I have different parts to it. So just zombies in general, which is the definition of.
For sure, I believe in
bringing someone back to life via voodoo.
By
I don't-
or
by
witchcraft.
Okay, let's put it like
voodoo
this.
and
I don't think,
witchcraft?
I
Let's
don't
put it
think
like
that's
this.
the only definition.
Let's put it like
That-
this.
what's
Somebody
the
that is
definition
not
of-
in their normal state of mind being
Yeah.
controlled by some host.
Brain dead.
Yes.
Brain dead
I
is the
mean-
best. Is the best description.
But
I
that
can
doesn't
use.
have anything to do with death. And the zombie said a
But-
corpse. That means you die
But I'm
before
giving
and
my-
you're
I'm
coming
giving
back
my
to
own
life.
definition.
Not necessarily because in zombie movies, aren't the cops dead and rotting? So technically, they're dead and they're only functioning by the virus that's controlling the brain and
So hold up.
muscle function. So they're technically still dead.
So did they wake up dead?
Exactly, but they're
How
dead.
can you wake
Like
up
being
dead?
controlled. I feel like being controlled by a spirit when you're not dead, when you're still alive, is completely different than dying first and then coming.
So
coming
maybe
back.
they woke up and then died.
Because you're,
they died and then woke up again.
but depending on your spiritual level, and I could be wrong, you are not your body, you are your soul.
For sure.
Mm.
Because once
So
your
you
body,
sitting here telling me
your soul
about
leaves
you
your
being
body.
controlled, you just look like ashes to ashes. Whether you want to take it biblical or not, your body is a bunch of dirt. From dirt you came, from dirt you will return. So your body has nothing to do. Your spirit probably glows and is brighter and probably just for you more dark and chocolatey than what we even think. So who's to say that? You know what I'm saying? That's your. Don't put your body as an item. Put your body as an item. Your soul is the priceless thing. So once that soul is gone, who's to say what a body can and cannot do? A frog leg that's dead and gets fried still jumps because of muscle reactions. So who's to say that a spirit can't do the same thing to your, or a virus can't do the same thing to your body? It's nothing. Your body isn't
So
you.
you have it here first, folks. Zombies is real. Get your canned foods ready. Get your water ready. Get your
I've
goddamn
been-
bunker
Hey,
ready.
grew
hey, even
up-
before, even before you wrap it up,
Make
you
sure
know,
you
you
have
know
a
I'm ready,
survival
right?
kit.
But
You know I got the bags of rice and like cases of water, right?
you
Oh,
ain't
no,
let us
for
know
sure.
you
I
ain't
grew
donate-
up-
You ain't donate
My
shit
mama
over here.
always
Oh,
raised
okay,
us on a
okay,
survival
okay,
kit.
okay.
Always have a survival kit.
I got some
in your
flashlights
home.
with no
Always
batteries.
have those canned foods,
we all
those,
do.
those flashlights and whatnot.
That's a lie. He talking about we got them. No, we ain't got no flashlights. We got batteries, but we ain't got no flashlights.
Oh, it's the other way around.
Oh, but most
The canned
definitely.
foods, the beans, all that stuff, that's important though. Like
sure,
you
for
never
sure.
know when
That's
it's a survival situation that you're gonna be in.
That's
So you
real
should always
shit.
have a survival kit.
Real
For
shit.
sure.
Y'all better
Yes,
stack
ma'am.
up. That's all I gotta say.
Now,
Stack
I
Rack
feel like
up.
we've been going
Rack
in
up.
this episode.
But make sure you do it in your state, as long as you ain't in North Carolina, because don't come and try to take all the rice and beans from me.
Yeah, don't do that, cuz.
What kind of beans you like?
I like black beans. I like kidney beans.
Ladies and gentlemen,
pinto
after this
and
show,
lima.
we'll go ahead and
You
do
can
some
listen to it.
advertisement
Yeah,
for
we
some
do
beans.
eat a
okay?
lot of
Shout out
beans.
Navy Beans. Shout out Navy
And
Beans.
Shout,
I
shout,
like,
what's his name? What's his
refried
name?
beans.
Bushes,
Refried
Bushes?
beans are
Is it
good.
Bushes?
Mm-hmm.
Bushes
Baked
beans?
beans.
Yeah.
Bushes beans with the little dog and the girl.
Yep. Baked
Oh,
beans.
no, they
Bush's baked
commercial.
beans. Shout out to them. They've been around for all my life.
A long time.
So yeah. Yeah, but those are the main beans. Lima beans, pinto beans.
Eat
Oh,
that
no,
navy
black
bean,
eyed
navy bean
peas.
for you.
Man, shout out to the GOAT, the Bean. Well, he ain't the GOAT, but he, well, rest in peace to Bean, Kobe Bryant.
And make sure you go get you a big pot.
LeBron is a goat. But
Go get you a big pot.
Ladies
Go
and
get your big
gentlemen,
I
pot.
just had to end on that. You
We
already
appreciate
know what
you
it
guys.
is.
We appreciate your time.
Hey.
Listening to us, and that's why he lost last night. But we gonna leave it right there.
Hey, one
Shout out
time,
to y'all.
0-0, us whatever.
Adios.
We used to serve at A&T. Like, how they really gonna do
LeBron
like that? I'ma spin them and get them right back.
No, he a little crack.
Like, how they gonna do like that? I'ma spin them and get them right back.
Done being modest, the way the beats getting body, you can't say I ain't the hardest. We was finna kick a nigga door in, cause bro was way out of pocket. That was in college, 423 South, but niggas plow while you parking.